So this month was to be the month where we did the re-intro, the re-inauguration, or rejuvenation, or restart, or whatever, of this YouTube channel. And it turns out it's just about 10 years ago, almost to the month, when I did that introduction to the TriPacer, the Jake Bryant tribute. I didn't even think about that until recently. I was all set up to start you know, a new set of videos. Is going to be on wood ribs, you know, why to use wood ribs, how to build them, some mistakes I think people are making that might step on some toes. I hope not, but I was all set to do that, and then I got this. Okay, it's a 1956 TriPacer, and you know, I can't even remember how I found out about the airplane, but I started this texting back and forth with this guy, and he really didn't want that much money for it, and but somehow we just stopped, you know, corresponding. And I got to thinking about it one day. I said, gee, I wonder, you know, I wonder whatever happened to that. So out of the blue, I text the guy and said, hey, you still have that TriPacer frame? I thought it was just a frame, okay? And his response was, it's yours, come get it. Okay, so obviously some text went back and forth. What exactly do you mean by that? And he made me just basically a token amount of a price to buy it. So I got this TriPacer, and I didn't even realize at the time that it was 10 years, you know, because I think it was in June of 2016 when I did that Jake Bryant video. Well, now here we are in 2026, and also it occurred to me that after all everything that's gone on, the buyout and the moving from the coast over here to free America, building these hangars and stuff like that, after all of that, we're exactly back where we left off. We have a TriPacer project, we have a Super Cub project, we also have a PA-12 to fly now. But it puts us right back as if we hadn't even stopped, okay? So I'm pretty excited about getting this going again. So anyway, about this TriPacer, it's a 1956, and I thought I was just picking up a frame. I get there, it's got seats, controls, all the cables, everything is still in it, the trim jack screw, the brake system, the instrument panels, it's everything, landing gear legs, everything is still there, plus it has extra parts like extra seats and whatever else. So I was pretty happy about that. And interestingly enough, it still has a data plate fastened to the floor. And so I did a serial number search through the FAA website, and I figured out, well, it also in research popped up an NTSB report, okay? So you might notice there's a little bit of a character marks under the front end of it. Well, apparently this thing was taking off from some airport somewhere in 1973, and there was a loss of power. I don't know if the engine completely quit or if dropped a cylinder or whatever, but anyway, they tried to put the airplane back down on that same runway in land. Well, you know, they got it on the ground and everything, but they weren't able to stop before the end of the runway, and so the NTSB report says it went down an 8-foot embankment. So I think that pretty much canceled the airplane at that point, because in 1973, you know, 53 years ago, it wouldn't have been worth fixing. And so so anyway, I don't know what happened to the firewall forward or the wings or tail feathers or any of that, but what I got was this complete fuselage. So it's going to need some work, but the thing is, if I'm stretching it, we're going to be doing work anyway. We're going to be cutting and filing and fitting tubes and welding and all that, so we'll just go ahead and do whatever repairs are necessary at that time. And I haven't taken the boot cowl off yet. I don't know what it looks like under there. But anyway, pretty exciting. And it's going to be really exciting to have the Stretch Pacer and the Super Cub side by side. You know, I'm finally going to be able to describe how you do the stretch, why you do the stretch that way, and also kind of gently say how some people are doing it incorrectly. They're trying to do the right thing, but the geometry that they end up with is incorrect. Okay, and when I have the two fuselages next to each other, it'll become crystal clear. Here's your tip of the week. Take your wife's old bath mats and roll them around a 4x4 with the rubber side, the sticky side on the outside. That does a couple things. Number one, it protects the tubes, and also because you're rolling it up with the sticky rubber on the outside, when you strap everything down, it's not going anywhere. Okay, the stickiness of the mats holds it wherever you strap it down because it's like stuck on the trailer. And also try to slide it underneath a group of tubes. Don't put it in the middle of a laundron or something like that. Spread the load out as much as you can. So there's your tip of the week. When we put this thing on the trailer, there was two of us and a backhoe, and I'm going to try to get it off of here by myself. We'll see. Normally I wouldn't try to drag this thing off the back of the trailer, but whatever fairings or whatever light structure on the belly on this thing are beyond hurting at this point. So we just got to get it off the trailer. Remember what I said about those rugs being sticky? Pretty well balances right there. I wonder. Here's your tip of the week again. So I'm going to use this cherry picker over here. I'm going to use this cherry picker. And this is one of the things that drives me nuts. There's several things that will give you an indication that there are rookies in your shop. Okay, so this is a hydraulic bottle jack. It's got a slotted end, and it's got an end that doesn't have a slot. Okay, it's got this valve down here that you use to release the pressure to lower the boom, or you close it so that you can jack it back up. Well, for the life of me, I see people that will use the slotted end here and then put the slotted end in here. So what happens then is it closes this down. Have you ever seen that, like on bottle jacks, the thing is so pinched down that it won't go in there, you just kind of have to mash it onto it? No, dude, use this end for the valve, turn it around, use the other end to pump the thing up. There's your tip of the week. Don't be a rookie. Sorry for turning my back to the camera. That's bad manners, I know. You can stand over here if you want. I'm still not sure this is going to work. Oh, I bet that would. I bet I could throw a strap around both sides right above the strut fittings, come up, make a loop, and then pick that thing up, because it seems to balance right about there. Okay, Why am I making a loop? Okay. First, let me see if I can get this done before I embarrass myself, and then I'll tell you why you put a loop in it. Oh yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, here's your third tip of the week. If you want to know if you're in a shop with a bunch of rookies, okay, let's say you just pulled an engine out of your Corvette, and you're done with it and whatever, and then I see this all the time. People will leave the cherry picker right here. Well, you know what? You don't see that sucker when you're whirling around to go get that 9/16 wrench. Don't leave it up like this. Put it down, okay? If nothing else, somebody may stumble and catch their balance and go on, but if you turn around and kiss that sucker, it's going to be a really long day potentially, okay? So don't work around a cherry picker that's up like I'm just about to do. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty good balance right there. Okay, so we'll just go through there. See, how can I do this? Okay. Okay, so right in between those seats, I'm gonna tie a loop here. Why am I doing that? Why don't I just sling this over to the other side? The reason is this acts like a stop. When you put the hook through here, it can't go anywhere past this loop. If I just slung it over there, and you know, I'm really top heavy when I'm doing this because I'm kind of grabbing it down low. So if this thing wanted to teeter over, it would just slide this strap through the hook. Well, if you got a loop, it can't go past the loop. We're getting it. Well, yeah, let's see if my granny knots will hold. Careful. Turn around the other end. So you'll see how the paint's worn off here. You'll see how there's a couple of rings on this end. That's when I loaned out my cherry picker. Dude, this is gonna work. This table doesn't actually have any cross pieces to it, and this plywood is just sitting on there because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. But we're gonna see if this will work for us, at least just to get the trailer out of the hangar. Is this gonna work? Whew. See how it's trying to tip? It's because I didn't get the loop exactly in the middle. Oh boy, I was just a little higher. Woo. This is where two people would come in really well. This is going to work. I suppose right about now I should say don't try this at home. I still say it's going to work. That's what I'm talking about. What do you think? I think we got it. These things work good. You see how hard it was to pull that back? That was without straps or anything. Simple 4x4 wrapped up in a bath mat. Do me a favor, just like everybody always says, please subscribe. And if you have any thoughts, throw them in the comments there. You know, let's use this this channel for you know, learning for all of us. You know, if you have questions, ask them. If you have knowledge, share it, and all that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and another video will be out next week. Thanks a lot.